Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Get over it. It's going to be bonkers. So buckle in, sit tight, enjoy the ride. Now, what we're going to do today, guys, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. We're actually going to jump into the Redfin article right away. And instead of doing snippets, I'm actually going to reference the entire article because I really love, even though it's Redfin and maybe it's a little bit tainted, I really love the data, okay? And I really, I want you guys to pay attention to this. A lot of people ask me to do reports on their individual local markets, and it's almost impossible for me to do that. So I want you guys to go into my description, and I want you to click on this article because it's going to give you the ability to put probably your city in or a nearby metro in to show you guys inventory increases and things of that nature, because this video is going to be all about inventory. And as you guys know, we desperately need inventory, and we are starting to see those inventory dumps that I have been predicting about for the last 3 months. We're starting to see that. And the article that we're going to go into allows you to select your city, and it's going to give you a report based on inventory and things like that. So it's really, really cool. I want you guys to check that out. All right. Well, let's get started on this article right now. But before we do, remember, I'm not your financial advisor, your realtor, or your loan officer. I'm a YouTuber sharing with you my opinion, even though my main line of work is doing loans in Texas, real estate in Houston, and basically being an instructor and educator around Texas as well, predominantly in Houston. So I love real estate, and if you guys can, please do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please comment. And also, I want to give a shout out to everyone that's been sending me articles. Thank you guys for sending me those articles. I have not had a chance to review them all, but I definitely appreciate you guys being proactive and showing love, because I definitely try to show that back to you guys. I really try to stay super humble because I myself am in the same position as so many people, where I'm sitting on the sidelines waiting to purchase my primary residence, even though I already have real estate, right? But I decided to rent instead of purchase. I converted my primary to a rental, okay? It's a nice cash flow. But let's get started right now. I'm going to pull this article up. Check it out. Okay, so the title is Historical Housing Shortages Show Signs of Letting Up as Sales Decline. And you guys remember, it's rates, sales, price, inventory, right? So we're starting to see like people freak out about sales now, and that fear of missing out is going to shift, obviously, like I've been saying, to the sellers. Let's continue reading. The number of homes for sale shrank at its lowest pace in April since the start of the pandemic. Home sales fell and price growth slowed as soaring mortgage rates prompted more buyers to throw in the towel. The housing market turned a corner in April as the inventory crunch showed signs of easing. The 9% year-over-year decline in home sales was the smallest since March 2020 and the first single-digit drop since the start of the pandemic. While inventory remained at a record low, it fell at a relatively slow pace because of soaring mortgage rates tempered home buying demand, and home sales slid 8%, the biggest drop since June 2020, which is almost a 2-year record, which allowed white hot home price growth to cool slightly. The median home price rose 16% to 424, a slowdown from March's 17% gain. Now take a look at some of this data, you guys. Now this is April and this is month over month. And really what I want to do is I want to kind of go down to here. So homes sold down month over month 1.8%, pending sales down 2.1% month over month, year over year. Home sales down 8%, pending sales down 7.2%, new listings up 0.1%. All home sales down 1.3% month over month, but 9.3% year over year. That's a big sales decline. Median days on the market, still awful. Months of supply, that's up slightly. Sold above listing price, 58.8% of homes going above listing price. That's crazy. Average rate in April's 4.98%. So very interesting data right here, you guys. Okay, now check out this graph. Now we're finally starting to see a decline in April. So here's April here. It actually went down to 15.5% as far as home prices up to a year over year. So this is starting to trend downward, you guys. And this is what, this is the next thing, right? So we have rates soaring. Now we have sales dropping. Now we want to see prices drop. And we are seeing that a little bit. Now remember, this is lagging because this is April. So we want to see this continue to go down, but at least we see it trending down, right? We want to see a massive drop. That would be amazing, a massive drop like this, but at least it's trending downwards. And I really want you guys to pay attention to the trends. These are all forward-looking trends. and actually also lagging a little bit. But this is very important to note. We are trending the right direction and we need this to continue downward, right? Okay, now here's another graph, and this is going over home sales. Now this is year over year. Now look at, obviously the decline is happening. So the interest rate spiked up and then boom, look at the sales just plummet. Look at these sales plummet down. The sales have been going down month over month over month. So this is what we want, right? So the first thing was rates. Now sales are down month over month. So we can't, dispute sales are down. So now the next thing, again, like I keep saying, now we want to say that we can't dispute price drops. And then we want to say, oh my gosh, look at all this inventory. So those are the trends. Again, the sales are still pointing downwards, still trending down at a -%. And these are the trends, you guys, that we actually really want to see if you're trying to invest or purchase real estate like I am. Okay, guys, so here's where I want you to go in this article. Go to new listings. Now, remember, when I do my Thursday housing market update, I pull up my local MLS in Houston, and I've been telling you guys that I have been seeing an inventory surge. So let's go into this data and let's see if Houston is actually on this report. But another thing, you guys, so I keep telling you guys to comment. Let me know about your local markets and what you're saying. So some people across the nation have commented on my channel and said, Travis, we don't see any of that. We don't see a slowdown. Things are still going quickly, right? But I'm saying in my local market, it is. So it's really important to note, not all metro areas are yet the same. I believe it will get to your local market, but it's not yet there yet. So this data that I'm about to show you is especially important, that not only you look at it right now, but also follow those trends once a month. So you see the inventory going up yourself. But let me put my money where my mouth is. Let's take a look at Houston right now. Okay, so remember, under new listings. So let's go down in Houston. And the first column is new listings. And then we got month over month and year over year. Okay. So let's go to Houston. Houston's right here. And then boom, look at this. Okay. So month over month, even though year over year is down, I'm not looking at that. Month over month, 5.7% increase. I told you guys Houston's going up. But look at, like, there's others that are not, like, I don't know, Lake Country. I don't know where that is. But there's a lot that's not. Fort Lauderdale, -11%, right? Fresno, -11%. Greensboro, -24%. So not all the cities are seeing what I'm seeing yet. Denver's up 13%. Look at that. Dayton's up 10%. Dallas up 10%. Columbus up 10% almost. You see? Cleveland up 10%, right? But Chicago is down still 1.3%. So do you see it's lagging, right? Not all of the cities are being hit the same time. Look at Buffalo, New York, 10% increase month over month. This is good, you guys, right? Austin, I wish Houston had the 10%. Houston only has 5%, but Austin has 10%. And that's, and that goes into saying, you guys, I've been saying Austin's in a massive housing bubble. The fact that they had a 10% surge of inventory means it's going to come crashing down, right? That's too much inventory too quickly. At least that's what I'm saying. Austin, people in Austin, be super careful investing in Austin. If you're a current homeowner and you purchased the last 2 years, buckle down. It's really, really important, especially if you purchased in the last year. Let's go back to this form. But I want you guys to just investigate this. Like I said, put your city in here, see if inventory is actually going up. Now, here's home sales right here, you guys. Let's go down to Houston, okay? And let's look at the home sales in Houston, because that's my local area and that's what we're following. So here's the crazy thing about Houston. I just found data where people are actually not moving to Austin as much anymore. And guess where they're moving now? Houston. So the migration has kind of shifted to Houston. So you've actually seen home sales up 2.4% in Houston, which is kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Now Fort Lauderdale, -8.3%. Again, this is all, Denver's up 21%. This is all very interesting, right? All homes for sale. So this is good. Boston up 14%. So 14% more homes for sale in Austin. That's super good, you guys. So keep looking at this, okay? And then just find out about your local market, because I'm always preaching about local markets. Now here, this is median off-market Redfin estimates. Now let's see if we see any declines yet. Look at this, is not a decline, but it's barely a positive, right? 0.8%. I don't think there's any declines yet. I mean, it's getting close, you guys. I believe maybe 1 or 2 months, we're going to start seeing declines here. No declines. I mean, this is close, but it's not. Look at this. No declines yet. Let's just make sure. These are the top metro areas. So no declines yet. But I wanted to give you guys another source of how to get data. If you're one of the people that keeps asking me, can you please do a report on this market? What I may do is I may start doing like a members only live Q&A. That way I don't have as many people asking me, and I can actually do a video and answer your questions and then pull up your local market. You know what I mean? I may do that because I definitely want to give back to you guys all the love you're showing me. I definitely want to get you guys data. So at least please just go to the article I'm referencing, put your own city in there, see if inventory is going up, see if there's more homes for sales. Just track your local market, right? Trust yourself and empower yourself instead of someone else, right? No one's going to care like you care. Now, I want to end on this, you guys. Remember this: better no deal than a bad deal. Better a higher rate than overpaying for a house, okay? Mark my words on those things. Now, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Definitely comment on it, okay? Definitely use this resource to track your own local market. And if you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck, and I hope you win.